Ghana is a developing country located in Western Africa in between Cote d'Ivoire and Togo. Ghana was the first sub-Saharan country in colonial Africa to gain its independence in 1957. Today, Ghana is a constitutional democracy and the country is divided into 10 regions with Accra as its capital city. Ghana is home to approximately 26 million people, with 53.4% of the population living in urban areas, while the other 46.6% lives in rural areas. Our organization is called Development in Ghana, or DIG. Our mission is to reduce poverty in rural areas of Ghana through improving education, agriculture, and the overall quality of water. Poverty is a huge problem in Ghana, specifically in the rural areas. Today, 28.5% of people are below the poverty line, and 47% of people who are under the poverty line live in those rural areas. Ghana is ranked 138 out of 187 countries and territories in the United Nations 2013 Human Development Index. In order to help mitigate the widespread issue of rural poverty, we are targeting three main factors that have contributed immensely to poverty in Ghana: inadequate education, deficient agricultural resources, and poor water conditions. By improving these three factors, we hope to set Ghana on the right path towards alleviating poverty. Improving education in rural Ghana is key to helping reduce levels of poverty. While the literacy rate in Ghana overall is about 70%, in the rural areas is below 20%. This leads to the issue of improving education to be overlooked. Our goal is to provide increased access to quality education in these areas. To do this, we will partner with the organization Building Schools for Africa to construct 6-room schools that house roughly 100 students each. Along with this, we will provide books, desks, and chairs, and other materials that are required for successful education. We will also provide qualified teachers as well. These teachers, in full or in least part, would come from a partnership with African Impact, who is currently providing volunteer educators to Africa. Part of the curriculum taught at these schools will focus on health and family planning. Part of the issue in rural areas is large families and poor health, and by addressing these issues through education, we can help reduce family size and the toll that illness takes on these individuals. Men and women in particular would benefit from this in terms of family planning and health, as well as decreasing the literacy gap between men and women. There are risks associated with this plan. It may be more difficult than planned to find adequate teachers to fill each school year, and it will most likely be expensive to maintain long term. Another risk will be that some children may not be able to go to school regardless of its availability because they are needed at home. There is also a lack of transportation if the school is too far, and there could be health issues keeping a child from attending. Nevertheless, we believe that building the schools is the first step in improving education and thereby working to alleviate poverty in Ghana. Poverty in rural Ghana is improving agricultural resources. Poverty rates in the northern regions of the country are 2 to 3 times the national average, which is a result of the extensive challenge of food insecurity in the region. 2/3 of the northern regions of Ghana are made up of dry savanna, which presents added challenges such as drought and climate change. Small-scale farmers in this region do not have access to the resources that they need to sustain their farming. Lack of infrastructure and insufficient access to farming equipment present serious threats to their livelihood, and have caused many of these farmers to move to urban areas. This migration to urban areas has left a less dynamic population in the rural areas, causing high rates of unemployment and social tensions. In order to alleviate these issues, we plan to provide farmers in rural areas with the resources they need to maintain their subsistence farming. To do this, we will partner with the Bill Gates Foundation to provide more resilient and higher yielding seeds to these farmers, in addition to more adequate equipment. There are risks associated with this plan, such as the continuous upkeep of the equipment and continuously providing the seeds. However, through funding and partnering with organizations, we believe that this solution will help improve agriculture in these rural areas, thereby alleviating poverty in northern Ghana. The final factor that we want to address to help solve the issue of poverty in rural Ghana is the quality of water. Poor water quality leads to many health problems, especially diarrheal diseases, which causes 12% of deaths in children and kills millions of people every year. When people are too ill to go to school or work, it makes it harder for them to improve their lives. In order to supply the millions of people in rural Ghana who do not have access to clean and sanitary water, we've decided to partner with Pure Home Water. This company makes clay filters that are easy to use and inexpensive to produce and replace, which provide families with a simple way to take the water that they have and make it safe for consumption and cleaning. These filters are durable, and we can supply a lot of them at a low cost. The risks with this product are that they will need to be replaced either by replacing individual parts or the entire unit as a whole, and that would later cause expenses down the road and potential problems with distribution. But the positive effects of these filters is that they're undeniable and they will greatly help to reduce the effects of poverty. Here's our $1 billion budget distribution. As you can see, $300 million will go towards education. The cost to build one 6-classroom school is $50,000, and we plan to build 5,000 schools all across the rural region of Ghana. Since villages can be widespread, we will need this many schools. We also plan to provide $50 million for textbooks, desks, chalkboards, and other classroom amenities that can aid in providing a better education throughout the schools. $50 million will go towards agriculture. This will include the cost of $15 million for equipment, $15 million for higher quality seeds, and $20 million for the training of the farmers in using the new equipment and seeds. $25 million will go to the improvement of water, and due to the low cost of the filters, we can provide them to millions of households throughout the country. Lastly, we will have $675 million left in reserves so that if we run into any trouble with any of our solutions, examples include filters breaking or maybe the need to bring in more paid teachers in the case there are complications regarding our volunteers, we will have the money left over to do so. Through these 3 solutions and with the help of our partner organizations, we hope that we will be able to help alleviate poverty and provide the people in rural Ghana with a better quality of life while helping them to be better equipped and to improve their economic and social position.